Let's talk about how I went from hating to run to now being 1 week out from my first official marathon. But I first need to finish this and do my last long one of this prep.
Also, I'm gonna have a tea and energy bar. Yo, I'm 3.3 kilometers in, 3.4, and I'm obviously completely drenched. Today's long run is gonna be on the very short side of things. It's supposed to be a 16 to 18k. I'm probably gonna go for the 16k because I've been really fatigued, especially those last weeks where I've been pushing really fucking hard. This week has already been part of the tapering process, such as next week, so this next week are gonna be quite easy. Halfway done, 8k in, feeling crisp, feeling fresh. Short pee break, done all the way back. Running through the rain at first seems pretty unsexy and kind of disgusting, but being out here, moving through the rain, feels so nice, so refreshing. It's just a switch up compared to the last weeks of prep, which have been quite warm, quite sunny. This feels so good on my skin, and it's also great preparation for the case that on marathon day it's raining. So that's nice. I now know what to wear, I now know what to expect, and I now know that I don't have to fear rain by any means, because this is so lovely. Right, let's continue this beauty of a run. 12.5k in, feeling pretty good, really nice. Running at a 4:45 pace, 4:40, 4:50, something around that. Look at all these cuties. Oh, little one, hello. Ooh, mini goats. Hello, oh, wow. I love sheep and goats. So cute, and newborns as well, they're so cute. Oh, there's one that's freshly newborn, still has the navel thingy, I don't know what it's called. This one here.
16k, 1:15, 30 seconds, 4:43 minute per k pace. Quite happy with that run. Feeling great. It was very nice and easy. Easy, my type of easy. And I'm not ready for some hoot. And I'm not ready for some food and a hot shower.
Still slightly wet. It stopped raining, that's why I'm outside. And here are some post-run thoughts. Just a really quick breakdown. That run was quite nice. Chill 16k run, and running at a 4:43 minute per kilometer pace was really just cruising. Felt incredible, felt super easy, super low effort, which is such a great feeling because the 4:45 minute per kilometer pace is my minimum pace that I'm aiming for during the marathon. That would equate to a 3:20 marathon, so 3 hours 20 minutes, and that's like my minimum that I want to achieve. Best case scenario would be 3 hours 10 minutes or even faster. I know that sub 3 isn't possible because the starting point of this prep was so much slower, and in the beginning I was hoping to hit 3:30, and now I'm faster, and it's very likely that I'll go faster than 3:20, which is crazy to me, so I'm very happy with that. I'm extremely happy with the performance, with the whole process. But yeah, today was just a little confidence builder, going into a chill run, still being able to hit that 4:45 pace, like super easy. And I know for a fact that I could run that pace for a marathon probably every day. So that's incredible. Very happy with that, very happy. That being said, prep hasn't been super easy, that's for sure. The past, I think like 15 weeks have been dedicated to running as good as I can. I'm still relatively new to this whole running thing. I think I'm close to running like 2 years, maybe, close to it, a little bit less than that. And the first 1.5 years have been not that well structured, and that was definitely a proper learning curve, so I learned a little bit about running. I've expanded my knowledge of how to get faster and run for long a little bit, let's put it that way. But as I said, this prep hasn't been easy all the way through. I had my toughest workout ever, period, 2 weeks ago, where I did my fastest 30k long run. I did it at a 4:25 minute per kilometer pace, which is really fast for me, and that kicked my ass so hard. Yeah, hardest workout of my life. Really proud that I finished that. This experience has been incredible and fucking horrendous at the same time, because pushing yourself that far, I mean, it's a first for me, at least in running. And it's quite funny to think about the fact that I hated running. I hated the thought of running just, a little bit more than 2 years ago, or like pretty much 2 years ago. I never would have imagined that I'd be at this point where I'm actually running a marathon next week, and that I'm actually at a point where I enjoy running so much. It's beyond me. It's beyond me. So how did I go from hating the thought of running to now really enjoying it being a pretty important part of my life, and running a marathon and trying to run ultra marathons after this even. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for the 100k maybe this year. Would be amazing. And the answer is quite simple. It's mainly a mindset shift that has occurred because I wanted it to occur. I always thought of running as a means of losing weight because I've been really fat as a kid, and I tried running to lose weight, and that experience was horrendous. It just hurt and I wasn't doing it right. The intention was just losing weight. It was a tool for weight loss, which, if you know a little bit about weight loss and running and all that sort of things, running isn't really that good for weight loss. There are much more better alternatives, for example, walking, swimming, biking, alternatives that are less fatiguing and also not as harsh on your joints. Because running uses up a lot of your muscle glycogen, and if you deprive yourself of calories and of carbohydrates whilst dieting, your running performance is going to be horrible, and those runs are going to feel outrageously shit, and that's what I've experienced in the past. Beyond that, this mindset of doing it for weight loss, that's the wrong approach. Running should be something that you do to enhance your aerobic performance, your anaerobic or aerobic performance, to get healthier, to get fitter, to train your heart, but not to lose weight. I mean, you can still lose weight implementing running, but as I said, it's not the most ideal way of doing things. So what I try to do is just run for the sake of running. Give it a real, honest go without any deeper thoughts, any deeper meaning. Just run for the sake of it and see how it feels. Turns out, that first run that I did felt quite empowering, really fun, and was just a really nice switch up. Just doing something different, just trying something new, felt so incredible. And the sensation that arose through trying something that I thought I hated, just with an open mindset and realizing that I didn't hate the thing itself, but my perception of it was the problem. That was so weird and kind of incredible. Sometimes our perception and our thoughts of things do not depict reality. Maybe past experiences, past thoughts, some things that we saw kind of skew our perception, and through that we create this kind of contorted picture of reality. That was exactly what I did with running. I saw it as something that only skinny people do, that are kind of weird. Because I was a bodybuilder, I was a powerlifter, I was into being like jacked and all, and I still am. But I saw running as a threat to that. I saw it as a threat. I saw it as a thing that if I was going to do that, I would lose all my gains and it would negatively interfere with what I loved. And beyond that, I had a very bad experience with it, so that made it quite easy to see it as something very bad and shit and horrendous. Just shifting my perspective, being open, that completely changed my relationship with running. So now, as I said, it's as important, if not more important to me than going to the gym. Running in comparison to the gym allows me to be by myself, with my own thoughts, in silence, outdoors, and just reflect, think, let my creativity kind of flourish. And I love that so much. It's such a unique feeling, it's such a unique experience. Nothing else gives me that. So here you have my thoughts, my insights, my kind of story with running. Definitely enough input to understand where I'm coming from, how I changed my views, and why I love running so much. This experience has been wild, truly wild. So I guess my message for you is don't be preoccupied and let that ruin your experience. Try to go into this as open-minded as possible and give it a honest go. I'm sure you'll love it. Probably. Maybe. I do, even though I hate it sometimes. But that's just the way it is. And if you enjoyed today's video, please feel free to leave a like and follow. Comment below what you think my marathon time is going to be, because I'm going to post that, 100% certain of that. And wish me good luck.